top story because politics has erupted over suspended Jammu and Kashmir Police Deputy Superintendent Devinder Singh. He was caught in South Kashmir ferrying two suspected terrorists to Jammu last weekend. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi questions the silence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah on the suspended cop. Rahul Gandhi is asking the union government who was providing the officer protection. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra also demanding a thorough investigation, with the Congress party already saying there is a larger conspiracy behind the arrest of Devinder Singh, seeking to know further links with even the Pulwama attack, demanding an independent probe. J&K administration has stripped Devinder Singh of his State Gallantry Award. Interrogation revealing Devinder Singh had visited Chandigarh in June last year along with suspected Hizbul Mujahideen terrorists. The Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat, has stoked a big controversy with his remarks on de-radicalizing the youth of Kashmir. General Rawat had on Thursday suggested that the state needs to identify the radicalized young men and then put them in camps. The remark, however, drew flack from AIMIM Chief and Member of Parliament Asaduddin Owaisi, slamming the CDS. In a series of social media reactions on Twitter, Owaisi accused the general of undermining civilian supremacy. The AIMIM Chief questioned who will de-radicalize the lynchers and their political masters. He also went on to link it with the NPR and the NRC, suggesting that Meerut SP, who sparked a row, remember, by his Pakistan remark, should also be de-radicalized. Remember, this is not the first time that General Rawat has triggered the controversy by his controversial remarks.
What we are seeing in Kashmir, we saw radicalization happening. Today we are seeing radicalization being undertaken even amongst the young people. Girls and boys as young as 10 and 12 are now being radicalized. These people can still be isolated from radicalization in a gradual way. But there are people who have completely been radicalized. These people need to be taken out separately, possibly taken into some de-radicalization camps. We've got de-radicalization camps going on in our country. Let me tell you, even Pakistan is doing the same.
The Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat, spoke of striking terror at source. He also spoke of isolating the state sponsors of terror globally. But what was very interesting was his focus on the de-radicalization of youth and isolate those who radicalize such young men, whether online or even at places of worship and education. Abhishek Bhalla with this special report.
In less than a month, it will be the first anniversary of the Pulwama terror attack. A terrifying strike that killed 40 Central Reserve Police Force personnel. And after a year that has seen conflict and turmoil in its wake, India today made a thundering declaration. From no less than its newly minted Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat.
So long as there are going to be states that are going to be sponsoring terrorism, so long there are going to be states that are going to use terrorists as their proxies, make weapons available to them, make the funding for them, we cannot control terrorism. And therefore, what is the final end state that we wish to arrive at? We have to bring an end to terrorism, and that can only happen the way the Americans started after 9/11. They said, let's go on a spree on global war on terror.
In his first public comments since taking office, General Rawat has laid out the contours of India's security focus. He has, in effect, declared a renewed and focused war on Pakistan's state-sponsored terror. As an officer who helped plan both the cross-border raids in Myanmar in 2015 and the post-Uri surgical strike in 2016, General Rawat knows that terrorism has to be smashed at its root. And if India needed any reminding, all of those roots lead to Pakistan, a state sponsor of terror. But as the Chief of Defence Staff, General Rawat, calls for a spree against terror, here is a quick roundup of just the top 5 in India's long list of most wanted terrorists. Topping the list for decades is Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar, who has a $25 million bounty on his head. Wanted since 1993 for orchestrating the Mumbai blast that killed over 257 people. He's currently known to be a VVIP protectee of Pakistan's ISI and lives in the defense housing area of Karachi, though he also travels to Dubai on fake passports. India's most wanted terrorist number 1, Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar. Most wanted terrorist number 2, Hafiz Muhammad Saeed, the mainstream mastermind of Pakistan-sponsored terror against India. His magnum opus was the 26/11 Mumbai terror strikes. One of India's most insidious and unpredictable enemies, Hafiz Saeed is also wanted in India for the 2001 attack on the Indian Parliament, along with Masood Azhar of Jaish-e-Mohammed. This brings us to India's most wanted terrorist number 3, Maulana of Terror, Masood Azhar. One of India's most insidious and unpredictable enemies is the Maulana of Terror, Masood Azhar, the founder of Jaish-e-Mohammed, a UN-designated terrorist organization. This terrorist was exchanged for hostages in the IC-814 hijacking. Masood Azhar then went on to mount the 2001 attack on Parliament and has struck India several times since, including most recently in Pathankot and then again in Pulwama last year. Declared a global terrorist by the UN, he continues to be protected by the Pakistan deep state.
Breaking news coming in. Pakistan